Boop, 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 boop. All right, we are live. We're live on multiple channels here. I was hoping DLD After Dark was going to join us, but let's see. Let me get into the presentation. I'm going to add to stage. So the news is that the GOA, that's right, Gun Owners of America, files a lawsuit on behalf of Newsmax, Carl Higbee, and other plaintiffs seeking a concealed carry permit in New York. I would be one of them. So basically, what's going on is we've got a press release here from the GOA website. And for immediate release, February 5th, Washington, D.C. Today, Gun Owners of America, GOA, and the Gun Owners Foundation, GOF, filed a federal lawsuit in the Northern District of New York challenging the state's blanket ban on out of state residents being able to obtain a concealed carry permit or to have New York honor out of state permits. That's me. I'm a refugee from New York living in Florida, currently in Delaware. And I wouldn't mind having reciprocity. That would be a nice thing. So, two things they're going after. One is granting out of state permits, and two is reciprocity for permits. So, this is a big deal. And hey, thank you guys for joining us. So, I see Johnny Three Bar Montana, and who's frequently on Dark's channel. Thank you for joining us here. So, under current New York state law, New York residents may apply for and obtain permits to carry concealed weapons, and the state does not grant any form of reciprocity for individuals who hold a similar permit in another state. So the whole text here is basically about, hey, either grant us permits or give us reciprocity. Crumpy! Wait, somebody said I am. Is that Crump? Okay, yeah, that is Crump there. And so I did I talk? No, I just texted Crump. I haven't actually spoken with him today. So Crump's still on the mend. So keep your prayers going for him as I am. And let's see. Okay, I had to push a button on something to charge. So as a result, those who hold out of state driver's licenses may drive in New York, but the exercising of one's constitutional right, heck yeah, I love that phraseology. I've been saying it for years. The right to bear arms in New York State is wholly inaccessible to 94% of Americans who are not state residents. New York State is the only known state where non-residents are not allowed to exercise their Second Amendment rights to keep and bear arms. Now, I have a Florida permit as a Florida resident, and as a Florida resident with a Florida carry permit, I think I have the most reciprocity. Now, it differs if you're a non-resident and get a Florida permit. So there's non-resident Florida permits that get you almost the same number of states with reciprocity. But this should be like marriage. It should be like your driver's license, like the first paragraph said. Massachusetts is similar to New York City. I bet. Afghanistan, as we call it. And let's see, who do we got? Hello, Darian Ballard. Hello from Maine. How are you? 556 Media. What's up? And BBB, I left under the Cuomo elders' reign, thankfully. Yeah, I'm only a few years out. I'm fully out as of like a year plus ago. Uh, so Eric Pratt, GOA Senior Vice President, issued the following statement. New York State and its cadre of anti-gun politicians have done everything in their power to weaken and outright ban the Second Amendment within their borders. The Supreme Court has made clear that the right to bear arms extends to the public square, and this right is for all Americans, not just those who are residents of individual states. Amen, brother. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. And Justice Clarence Thomas, he really gave the smackdown on the decision. New York State keeps taunting him. They're a bunch of bad actors, and if the roles were reversed, if it was like a liberal decision from the Supreme Court enforcing boys going into girls' bathrooms in Florida, that would be no bueno. That they would be steamrolling DeSantis in Florida over that. But New York State, crickets. Also, keep in mind a right delayed is a right denied. And that is what they're doing. Clarence Thomas very thoughtfully wrote his decision saying, hey, you can't declare all of New York State a gun free zone. And they came up with this New York State Concealed Carry Improvement Act, which basically did everything Clarence Thomas said don't do. And that was the Bruin decision. Okay, so Sam Padres, on behalf of the board of GOF, added, this is the only example nationwide that we can find where an out-of-state resident is completely barred from exercising their right to keep and bear arms, and there's no doubt the anti-gun legislature in Albany purposely designed it this way. We've warned these politicians before, and we'll do it again. Fall in line on the Second Amendment, or we will make you. Amen, Sam. Amen. I did get to hang out with the GOA folk in Las Vegas, Nevada at SHOT Show last week. So Sam and Eric Pratt, John Crump, just a whole slew of other people, Legally Armed America, Guns and Gadgets. I got to see all of those guys and hang out with them. So yeah, this is just a completely unconstitutional crap show. Let's see, I'm going to drop this link in the chat and let me remove. And I'm sorry, I'm doing this. I haven't fully acclimated to my current environment here. So I'm doing off my Chromebook and my phone and some earbuds. So I just want to look at your comments here. Flying Reich. Yes, New York, and they're 9-9. No concealed carry for you. Right on, brother. Right on. This is. It's amazing to me that what is enshrined in our Constitution and the Bill of Rights, which is the rights of the people. The only reason we have a U.S. Constitution is because during the Constitutional Convention, everyone that participated in the Constitutional Convention was assured that there would be a Bill of Rights for the people, because they said, hey, wait a second, all of this is good. We need to make sure the rights of the people are enshrined and protected. And that's what the Bill of Rights is. The Second Amendment is not for militias, it's for you, me. That people always get that confused where they say a well-regulated militia being necessary to a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. It's not the right of a person serving in a militia. This Second Amendment was drafted and written after farmers, hunters, trappers, whatever, fought off the world's mightiest superpower with muskets that they had themselves, that they practiced and trained with. And all of our rights are coming under deep scrutiny. The ability, there's a bill floating around to prevent you from training. They want to require you to have a certain number of bullets in your magazine, certain amounts of certain firearms. Our right to keep and bear arms, it doesn't say muskets, it doesn't say 7-round magazines, was enshrined in the Constitution because of the fear that an oppressive government would overreach and encroach on your rights. That's why the Second Amendment exists. And God bless the GOA. They're doing fantastic work. I did drop the link in the chat here so you guys can read that. The short of the story, if you're tuning in late, is that the GOA has sued New York State for two things. One, either issuing out-of-state permits, which they do not, or two, honoring out-of-state permits with reciprocity. So somebody like me with a Florida carry permit could go to New York and keep and bear arms, just like I can with my Florida driver's license, which I did, drive 15 frickin' hours to other states, and every other state honors my Florida driver's license, no matter how bad Florida drivers are. And let's see. Johnny Three Bar says GOA rules, and yes, they do. I mean, they are badasses. This is the organization that has my full support, has John Crump's full support, has DLD After Dark's full support. You guys have any questions or anything like that? I'm just scrolling through the comments and looking if there's anything here. John is on the mend. He got hit hard. So in case you're curious how John is doing, John's got pneumonia. We were both at SHOT Show together. I'm highly disappointed that John got sick. It's a big impact on all of us. John does incredible work for your Second Amendment rights and keeping an eye on the ATF and all of the three-letter agencies that are going after your rights. So please keep John in your prayers. I think that's about it. I don't see any comments here. We will be reporting more on this as it becomes available and as new details arise. But short story, GOA is going after New York State for not honoring out-of-state permits and not issuing out-of-state permits to non-residents. Heck yeah, GOA, killing it all the time.